Hello, data and decision students. It's me again. Welcome to your self-guide for week 2. I'm sure you figured out how this works by now. You can find the PDF guide for this week's session in your D2L. And the focus for this week, as you probably figured out in your discovery session by now, it's going to be how we represent data using charts and numbers to convince people. We're also going to be working on some very interesting estimations in the second half of this week, but more on that later. So self-guide. As last week, we have a discovery article where you're going to be able to estimate the age of a person simply by knowing their name. Yep, that's the power of statistics. We're also going to have a good old CBM, and the module this week is called How Can I Convince You? Taking your feedback, we are going to make it a bit lighter this week where not all the lessons will be mandatory. You'll only be required to work on lessons 1 to lessons 3, and you can stop at activity 2. That's the mandatory part. Now, if you're interested in continuing, the rest of it is optional. The OLI this week is actually more important because you have 2 quizzes at the end of your OLI module for this week. So the OLI module is Unit 1, Module 1, and you'll have to work through the lessons as well as take the quizzes in the end. And those quizzes will count towards your self-report for your peer learning session, as you saw last week. Now, there's a very interesting peer group challenge that we have for you this week, but I'm going to keep it secret for now. I'm sure it's going to make some very good, very interesting conversations in our Friday class, as with the aeroplane session we had last week. So all excited about this week. Hope everything is okay. As last week, the CBM module will be for a teacher-led in-class session, so please ignore instructions that ask you to wait for a teacher or ask you to grab a partner. It is for you to work on your own, so please use your common sense and continue working on it. You can always reach me in my office hours or just send me an email if you have any questions. Khurram@africanleadershipuniversity.com. Excited for this week. Good luck.